Yo, what's up YouTube? I'm back here with another video, and today I'm going to talk about things to expect at Howard University. Now, a lot of y'all watching this video are probably first year students or transfers, so you don't really know what to expect. So hopefully I can help you out in this video. I'm going to try not to make it too long, but I still want to explain a couple things to y'all. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is academics. A lot of y'all are probably thinking, can I manage? How hard is the workload? Is it a lot? Believe me, if you got accepted into Howard, you're more than capable of doing the work. I just feel like it's something that you have to make a priority. Believe it or not, people come to Howard for other things than academics and to learn. So if grades are something that you care about, make sure it's a priority. It's got to be at least within your top 3. I say top 2, but at least top 3. So some tips or things that can make that a little easier to make your academics go smoothly: make sure you communicate. Whether it's your teachers, your classmates, administration, all that, make sure you communicate. Your teachers can be your best friend. They're the people who are grading your assignments. I had this one teacher that I was doing good in his class. I was engaging and participating in his class. And then I started getting a whole bunch of work at one time. Now, I turned this paper in at like 11:50. It was due at 11:59. And I emailed him and I said, look, this is my best work. It's probably B work. But if I get a couple extra days or so, then I can make this to an A. This would be my best work possible if you give me some extra time. And he said, look, I think he emailed me back within an hour. He said, look, if you get it to me within the end of the semester, we'll be all good. I really just want you to learn, and I want you to do your best in the class and get better at writing. So not only did he extend me, but I also held my end of the bargain, and it raised up to an A. So I actually did that a couple times with him. I took advantage of his opportunities that he gave me within extra time, because it can be a lot at sometimes, but again, if you communicate with your teachers, students, administration, all that, you'll be good. So when it comes to students, your peers, your classmates, make sure you're getting those group meets and those group messages, group chats, excuse me. People send answers, people help with questions that you have. They're really convenient because sometimes the professors don't always email back or email back in time. So if you're lost and you know everyone else is lost, you're good. They can't really like punish the whole class, if you know what I'm trying to say, if there was an issue. Or let's say you're emailing but they don't respond and 3 to 4 other people start to email, then the professor knows the issue that's going on. So make sure you communicate. That's a big thing. The next thing is take advantage of all your resources. Handshake, LinkedIn, any internship opportunities that you have, take advantage of them, because honestly it just makes things a lot easier for you. And opportunities arise from being active on LinkedIn, Handshake, and any internships too. Like, you start off at a company or doing something that you don't really like, but you get the experience, it might lead to something totally different. A lot of jobs have opportunities that they don't like put out there. So like, you might not know about a job until you actually get within the company itself. So hopefully those tips can help you with academics. Okay, on to the next thing I wanted to talk about is DC in general. If you've never been to DC, it's city life, it's urban life. If you're from the suburbs, it'll be a little different for you, I'm not gonna lie, but you'll adjust to it soon, hopefully. You're probably going to be walking around a lot when it comes to campus life and the city life, I guess. You can intertwine both of them. But you're also probably going to want to use Lyft and Uber a lot. And let me put y'all on game, Empower. I put my Empower code down the link in the description. Get y'all like the first 2 rides for free. But before I came to Howard, I never used Empower, Lyft, or Uber. Never needed to. But here in DC, you will. Especially with your freshman, I don't think you're supposed to have your car on campus. If you can get it here, look, do your thing. But another thing with that is you have to pay for parking everywhere you go. Even on campus, you need a parking permit to park on campus. I think it's like, don't quote me, I heard $100 and then I heard $500. So I don't really know. I don't even plan on bringing my car here, at least not sophomore year, because the roads in DC are pretty trash. Like, they're really trash. But back to like campus life, you're gonna be walking around a lot. And there are a couple hills, so just be prepared for that. There are scooters all around. All you have to do is download an app and then you scan a QR code and you pay like that. It's kind of like Uber and Lyft. And the next thing was, know that there are seasons, so dress appropriately. I don't know where you're from, you LA heads or Phoenix, wherever you're from, Arizona, make sure that you dress appropriately. There will be, like, the first 2 months is gonna be hot, then it's gonna get cold real quick. So don't only bring shorts, or don't come like in August bringing only coats and long sleeves and sweats. Like, you're gonna need a mixture of both, honestly. More sweats and stuff, if I'm being completely honest, but those first 2 months are probably gonna be super hot, so just be prepared for that. Next thing I want to talk about are issues. Now, don't come into Howard thinking everything is gonna be smooth, because it's not. Not your freshman year, your sophomore year, your junior year, your senior year. There are gonna be issues. Whether it's registering for classes, registering for housing, professors not emailing back, there's issues with your scholarships, issues with financial aid, you have holds on your account. Whatever the issue is, like, my biggest advice to y'all is just to be proactive. Send multiple emails. Go to the building that you need to go to and speak to them in person. That's a huge step. Speak to people in person. Don't try to call or email all day. Maybe that's all you can do at the time, but when you get the time, go and be proactive and be there in person and talk to them face to face. And honestly, it usually takes less time when you go in person. So make sure you do that. And other thing, make sure you know who to talk to. That's kind of the same thing with networking and being in the loop, because sometimes you'll just go in circles until you actually get to the right person. Like, make sure you go to the right person directly. Know who you're talking to. Ask, who do I go to for this problem? Who do I talk to about this? Like, make sure you know what issue you have. Bring them receipts, files, whatever you need, and then get it resolved that way. There are a lot of people who bash Howard, and there are a lot of people who are only pro Howard. They're only talk about the good things. There are people who only talk about the bad things. Y'all talk to me, y'all DM me, whatever. I'll let you know the real. There's a big medium between the good and the bad. Now, obviously, I still love Howard, but it has its issues, just like any other school. Next thing I want to get into is the culture here at Howard. First things first, my name is RJ Mathis. I'm a freshman marketing major from Trenton, New Jersey. That's the Howard intro. You're going to hear that a lot. You're going to be telling that to people a lot. It's your name, it's your classification, your major, and where you're from. By way of is optional, and pronouns are optional. But we do things a little bit differently here at Howard when it comes to, like, the culture. Fashion is big here, modeling, art, music. It's just, we do things better than most other schools, and we're the best HBCU in the country. Like, you really just gotta be here to see what I'm talking about, but you'll understand once you get here. Next aspect of culture is the Howard hustle. Now, it seems like everybody has their own thing going on, their own Howard hustle. A lot of people have businesses. A lot of people do Forex. They have their investment groups that they will try to recruit you to. They have people who are party promoters. There are people that throw parties. There are people with YouTube channels. Go support. Go check out and see what everybody's doing. Maybe it'll inspire you to find your hustle, find your niche. And maybe it'll just make you that much more competitive. Don't let it steer you in a way to making you do something that you don't want to do, but find your passion. Create your own hustle. You don't need one, but again, the type of person I am, that it really motivates me. So I love that when I see other people doing their things. And then when you can support them, especially people that look like you, it's just 10 times better than anything else. And the next thing with the culture, it's gonna be a celeb on campus every month, probably. Spring Fest, we had Moneybagg Yo, G Herbo, and I think his name's Capella, the dude who sang the Galley song. And before that, we had Kevin Hart on campus. Dirk was nearby. Corday was on campus. I believe Taraji was on campus one time. And this is all just this year I'm talking about. Who else was on campus recently or this year? Oh, Felicia Rashad. She literally works here. So it's a whole bunch of people. At first you're gonna be like, oh my God, that's so and so, or yo, so and so's gonna be on the yard, but you'll get used to it. That's just a part of the Howard culture. There's always gonna be somebody here trying to give us game, put us on, and you really should take advantage of those opportunities when they come to speak to us, the student body. It means a lot when they come back and speak to us and try to put us on game, give us knowledge. It means they care, or they're getting paid a lot. One of the two. But either way, take advantage of it. And that kind of leads me into my next topic, distractions/fun. Now, seeing celebs on campus and meeting them and all that stuff is cool, but don't let it distract you from your goals. Don't let the party distract you, the girls, the events, any of that stuff. Again, it goes back to the priorities thing. Fun should be on your list of priorities, but just how high is it, But I understand though. I understand. There's some girls on Howard's campus that'll make you you gonna have to double take a couple times for a couple different girls. And again, girls vice versa with the guys. I assume. I can't really speak on them. But don't let the girls distract you. You feel me? If you get here and you on your P's and Q's, you taking care of yourself mentally, spiritually, physically, and you a good person, they're gonna come to you. You don't gotta worry about it. Just don't let it distract you from your goals. And same thing with the parties. There will be a party every single weekend. Literally every single weekend. You don't have to pretty much go out of your way to find something to do, because there's always something to do. And another thing, just some advice with the parties. Try not to go alone, especially if you don't know anybody. If you go alone, Uber there alone and meet up with some people, I guess that's cool. But make sure you don't go alone. And if you do go, with people, and you're gonna be drinking or smoking or whatever, make sure someone is responsible out of the group. Please, be safe, all that good stuff. Cause I'm trying to look out for y'all. Again, I just want y'all to be prepared, because obviously y'all know everything like that is gonna be happening at these parties. And another thing with the parties, not all of them is free. A lot of them you can get in for free, or the right people, kickbacks. Those are actually low-key better, and house parties and stuff. Besides the paid events, I wouldn't really tap into those as much. You're gonna have to go to some of them, because some of them are everybody and their mom going and they really turn up. But I wouldn't waste your money on paid events every weekend. That's not a vibe. Again, get in a good network with some people, have some kickbacks, go to kickbacks, and just like have fun. But again, don't let this be a distraction to you, because not only are there parties every weekend, the girls, all that good stuff, there are gonna be Howard events. There's gonna be Springfest. There's gonna be homecoming, and a lot of the times you're probably gonna want to go. So just make sure you have your stuff straight and you'll be good. But nearing the end of the video, I just want to make sure I emphasize these two things again. Use your resources. I can't stress that enough. Howard is top tier for a reason. It's giving you opportunities and resources that people don't have access to. Use them. That's the biggest thing. And then the next thing, just network. Get in tune with different people. They don't all have to be your friends, and don't think that they're all your friends either. Like, I want to be very clear on that. Everybody is not your friend. And people that you network with now, you might not never need them till 5-10 years from now. You might not ever need them, but they're in your network and you're in theirs. So, you know what? Matter of fact, start with me. If you know nobody at Howard, DM your Instagram. Not DM. Comment your Instagram on this video, and I'll follow y'all. Now, if this video blows up, I probably won't be able to get to all y'all, but if y'all DM me and say, hey, I'm from your vid, blah, blah, bada bing, and we talk, I'll follow y'all. So, get at me. Any questions at all, even if y'all wondering, like, what's the wave tonight? How do I fill this form out? Where's a good place to eat? I got y'all. Talk to me. I want to be able to help y'all. That's why I made this video in the first place. But making this video come to an end, I'm not going to tell y'all like, comment, share, or subscribe if y'all don't want to, because if y'all rock me, y'all going to do it anyway, and I'm going.